is Caprice. I am making this video for the people who are wanting to have bariatric surgery, have had it, are about to get it. Basically, this is my video about my experience from having bariatric surgery. Yes, I am still big because I got my bariatric surgery 2 weeks ago. Okay. Basically, it's saying my journey, what made me get it, the questions that I had, basically everything about this journey. Like I said, my name is Caprice. I started my journey April the 3rd, 2016. I did mine with Jefferson Hospital in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. My doctor who did my surgery, his name is Dr. David Tuchansky. He is the greatest doctor I have ever worked with. They were very, very hands-on. Me starting my journey, what caused me to do it, I struggled with my whole life. I'm the little sister, so I was always bigger than my big sisters. And at first it didn't bother me because I was used to it. And then I started to realize, like, okay, you need to start looking like the little sister. Not even that, but just, I didn't feel like myself anymore. I actually took a look in the mirror and looked at myself like, this is not who you're supposed to be. This is not, you're 24 years old. And I watch TV shows and I watched, a lot of things about overweight people. They end up dying. And the shows that I watch, people, when they're my age, they are my weight. And because they don't do anything about it, they just get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And I did not want that for me. I did not want that for myself. I wanted to live my life. And I decided to choose me on April 3rd, 2016. Now, this was a long journey because I actually got my surgery on October the 10th, 2016. And it wasn't an easy journey. It wasn't. A lot of things had to be pushed back because of my blood work. A lot of things had to be pushed back because I missed a couple of appointments. It was just a lot. And, you had to be tested for everything. Everything you can think of, you had to be tested for, which means you had to be tested for HIV, herpes, chlamydia, gonorrhea, everything. Every sexually transmitted disease, they test you for, they had to test me for cancer. I don't know about other people, but they test me for, my white blood cell counts were coming back too high, and that's very dangerous. Because, that can be a sign of cancer. It cannot be because, my doctor told me a lot of overweight black females do have high white blood cell counts. So if you are looking at this video and you want to get the surgery and your white blood cell count comes back high, do not worry, because most likely that is just how it is. But my complications came when my white blood cell count came back too high. I had to be tested over 10 times. Had to do, I don't know how many tests. Had to keep going back and forth to my doctor. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Because of that. So, after all that was done, I got my date in August. They told me that, I would have surgery October the 10th. Weeks following up to that, it was difficult, It wasn't difficult as far as hard. It was still like a little overwhelming, like, oh my gosh, like, I'm about to get weight loss surgery. I can't believe it. It was overwhelming when I say walking into that office that day and knowing that when I came back out, I would be a different person. It was overwhelming. Like, the doctors had to give me a Valium to calm me down because I was that nervous. I was so nervous. Me personally, now I'm going to say this to people, who say they want to do this by themselves. Me, I chose to go in there that morning, the morning of October 10th, by myself. Don't do that. You need somebody there with you because I have, I'm in a relationship, but I told him, I want to do this by myself. And I realized that was one of the worst mistakes I've ever made because it was very difficult. I couldn't call anybody because it was too early. Um, I couldn't do anything. I was just nervous, you know. So if you want to get the surgery or if you're getting it, don't go by yourself. If you can have somebody there with you, please take them. Don't be stubborn like me and think that you a champ because you're going to need somebody there for support because I thought about backing out the day of surgery. They were giving me IVs and I was just like, I don't want to do this anymore. So my doctor had, like I said, my doctor had to calm me down because I was that nervous. Okay. Recovery. It took me a week and a half to fully recover from surgery. A lot of people are very different, but me, it took me a week and a half. I came home. I had surgery October 10th. I came home on that Wednesday, and I had to be rushed back to the hospital that Friday because of some complications that had nothing to do with my surgery. It's kind of personal, but you know. Um, but after coming home from that, I stopped taking my pain meds only because they did not work. I don't know what they're going to give you. They gave me oxycodone, Salaxin, and they gave me some other stuff. It made me constipated, and I already couldn't go to the bathroom because I wasn't eating anything. So it just made it worse. Back to recovery. The pain is no joke. The little things you take for granted. Going to the bathroom, wiping yourself, reaching for your remote, tying your shoes. You take those little things for granted because you won't be able to do it. Because you're going to be in pain doing it. It's going to feel like somebody's stabbing you in your stomach. Seriously, that's what it felt like. It was no joke. Today is October the 24th, and I am officially 2 weeks post-op. I want to say this. Have a support system. Have one. You can't do this without one. Regardless if your family's not supportive, you can always go to whatever hospital you get your surgery at. I know a lot of them have bariatric support groups. So if you could just do that, go to one of those, but you need a support system because when you come home, you're going to be hungry. Surprisingly, you're going to be like, oh my gosh, I'm hungry. But you can't eat. And you're going to be, regret is going to be on your mind. Regret, because it was on mine. Because after I had to be rushed back to the hospital after surgery, I was regretting, like, oh my gosh, I shouldn't have did this. What the hell was I thinking? Blah, 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 blah. Like, I was going through it. Okay? It wasn't pretty. It wasn't, I didn't like myself after the surgery because I was going through so much. Not saying that I did not have a support system, but anything anybody was telling me, I did not want to hear it because of what I was going through. But like I said, I am 2 weeks post-op, and I am happy. I have more energy. I can get up and do things that I never thought that I could do. Even being 2 weeks post-op, you just have more energy than you ever thought you would. Like, instead of me driving places, now I walk. If it's walking distance and I'm like, you know what, instead of driving, I can just take this quick walk, and I do it. Because, after the surgery, you need to walk as much as possible. As much as possible. Please, I urge you to walk. Walk, 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 walk. Walk. If you don't walk, you're going to be sorry. But I don't know what else. Oh. Going to the bathroom. I didn't go to the bathroom for a week. I didn't go to the bathroom for a week. It was hard. It didn't bother me. I peed, but number two, you can forget about it for a little while. For a little while, you might as well just chalk it and say, I'm not going to be able to go to the bathroom. I had applesauce, and I finally went to the bathroom after having that applesauce, and it felt so good. Oh, that was amazing. But if anybody has any questions, comment below in this video. I'm very, very new to YouTube. I'm so new. And I just want to give everybody, a piece of advice about bariatric surgery and tell them my journey and what I went through. So, everybody have a good and blessed night. And it is me, Capri. Foster. I'm signing off.